it was a man that was assaulting a woman. And he shot her too. We're gonna do both. Trying to figure out what order y'all want to go into. Truck driver, DC migrant, DC. All right, let's start off with the DC thing. All right, so we're gonna give me a second. I want to go over to this thing over in L. All right, so look, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna go into the woman getting assaulted, that got shot in Los Angeles, and then we're gonna go into the DC migrants, and then we're gonna or the DC thing, and then we're gonna go into the migrants. All right, let's do that. Let's do that. Let me switch over to the premium account, and then we're gonna go. Let's do that because I want to stay on the assaults real quick.
And more breaking news this morning, a double shooting in Harvard Heights leaves one person dead and another injured.
Police say the suspect was attacking a woman when another man tried to intervene to help, and that's when the suspect, they say, shot them both before taking off. KTLA's Omar Lewis live in Harvard Heights, where we're just learning some new breaking developments.
All right, before we get into this sassy reporter, he seemed extra sassy, so we're going to hold off for 1 second. What I tell y'all about putting yourselves in a situation where somebody is having a domestic dispute? What I tell y'all about it? Anton, don't say that, because when you see somebody or a woman under duress, you got to help them. That ain't no. I guess this is the Anton You Wrong show. I'll take that. This is the Anton You're Wrong show. Okay, listen. Call the police. Call the authorities. Get in touch with the people that can ultimately get the security guards. Whatever you got to do. But let me tell you something, bro. You're going to be shot right there with her, and nobody is going to come and save you. Nobody going to give you a gold medal. Nobody is going to give you a plaque. She not going to give you no pussy. It ain't going to be none of that. If you keep trying to put yourself in a situation, and I know that it's not the popular PC thing to do, because all of the women is on the internet right now on TikTok saying, what happened to the real men that let you get that, when you get on a train? I seen a woman get on a train today and there was a bunch of men sitting down and ain't nobody want to get her up. What happened to the men? Oh my God, I got fought inside of the parking lot. Yeah. That was your daddy in them. That's not us. I'm not like that. I'll die for the person that I'm responsible for the people that's with me. They make police officers for the rest of these situations. You're going to get us both killed. If I hadn't jumped in it, we both probably wouldn't have been shot. You just might have just been hurt a little bit. You might have had your ego bruised, all of that, but I think you're going to get us both killed. And I'm not. You know what? I got a lot to live for. They say one life is not as valuable. All lives are equal. I said, you lied to me. You lied to me. I don't see it. I'm different. I don't see it. You're not going to convince me that it makes sense to go out there and crash out for somebody that I don't know, that probably don't give a F about me. And let's be clear, I don't agree with crime. I think that crime should just be eradicated as much as possible. I believe we need more police officers. I believe we need more federal officers. We need all of that. But what I am saying is you got to be careful, and you got to make sure that you first think about self-preservation. You know what they say on a plane? Let me tell you what they say on a plane. Because Daniel Penny, they tried to throw him in jail for life. Daniel Penny, they tried to throw him in jail for life. You know what they do on a plane? When you first get on a plane and they say, and preach, if there's ever an emergency, there's an oxygen mask that comes down. You know what else they say after that? They say, before you try to help anybody else, make sure, they don't say this exactly, but I'm paraphrasing. Before you save anybody else, make sure you put your own oxygen mask on. They say self-preservation first. Self-preservation first. You can't help anybody until you help yourself first. I am going to do everything I can to call 911 and hurry up and get my phone out and get the police officers and the responding officers over there. I'm going to do it. You know how he got shot? He didn't get the responding officers over there. I don't know. I'm just talking. It may be different. I reserve the right to change my mind if I learn more about the story. Let's see our zesty bestie. Let's see what he got to say.
Omar.
Lauren, Megan, we can tell you we just received an update from officers out here who tell us that the suspect is.
Y'all think he's zesty? Oh, let me see.
Megan, we can tell you we just received an update from officers out here who tell us that the suspect is no longer on the run and committed suicide right here on the same street where the original shooting occurred. You're taking a.
I don't know, because it's weird. Because when they first announced him, you know, it made it seem like his movements was a little different. You know what I'm saying?
Omar Lewis live in Harvard Heights, where we're just learning some new breaking developments.
It's that one. It's the head to the side part. Listen, look at
KTLA's Omar Lewis live in Harvard Heights, where we're just learning some new breaking developments.
It's that one. It's right there. That's it. That was it. That's it right there. It's that part. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of guys, all right, so let me break this down. A lot of guys actually just like that old school look. They like the old school 50s zoot suit, you know, part in the hair, got the good hair, whatever. You know what I'm saying? A lot of guys just take care of themselves. And I'm also taking into consideration that he's on the news. So on the news, they make you cut your mustache, which is one of the reasons why I couldn't be on the news, because I'm going to have my beard and my mustache. All right. They put a bunch of makeup on you. A lot of guys is just, you know, they fashion forward. They like that throwback 50s, 60s, 70s look, and that's what they go with. But it's you know what I'm saying? It's the head switch.
KTLA's Omar Lewis live in Harvard Heights, where we're just learning some new breaking developments.
That's that one right there. That's it right there. You know what I'm saying? And listen, you know, do what you want to do what you got to do. But the same way that we judge all newscasters and news anchors and the ladies that be on these, we got to pay attention. Let's get it. Let me stop being distracted.
Elements, Omar.
Lauren, Megan, we can tell you we just received an update from officers out here who tell us that the suspect is no longer on the run and committed suicide right here on the same street where the original shooting occurred. You're taking a live look where that shooting unfolded here on St. Andrew's Place in LA's Harvard Heights neighborhood. You can see several officers remain out here on the scene at this hour. The LAPD says this all started when a woman was assaulted and then later shot and killed by that suspect. A passerby, a good Samaritan who tried to intervene, was also gunned down. We can show you this all started when a woman was assaulted and then later shot and killed by that suspect. A passerby, a good Samaritan who tried to intervene, was also gunned down.
I'm gonna say this too. I'm trying to get the details, but you know, I'm veering off. That officer is bad built. Now, that's not bad in a good way. That one. What is going on with these officers? Y'all.
A passerby, a good Samaritan who tried to intervene.
What's going on with these officers? What's up with these backs? These big backs? These little girls' big backs? What's going on with this? What's up with these little girls' big backs? What is going on? You know what? I don't know. I don't know if this is a gift or a curse for me to be paying attention so much to the details. Why are you so little in your calves and your legs and your arms and your back is so big? That's what are y'all? What? Somebody said that's the Mucinex build. I don't be knowing what's going on, bro. It's not equal. like when your food passed through, it's not going all the way to your legs or something. It's not going out to your arms. It just stays stuck right at the top. It'll stay stuck right here, and then it got that muffin top. Like a Tasmanian devil. Oh, oh man, y'all are crazy. Y'all nuts. Somebody said there's something wrong with you. No, it's something wrong with all of us. I just so happen to be the one that's on here talking about it. Listen, we all broken. Look how well the chat come up with jokes. Look how it ain't me, it's the chat. It's all of us. I'm not the only person here that's trying to figure out what the heck is going on. The chat are the savages too. Hold them accountable. Don't hold me. Y'all hold each other accountable. Don't hold me accountable.
Was also gunned down. We can show you the video from this chaotic scene that unfolded just after 10:30 last night. Witnesses say an unidentified man was seen attacking a woman outside an LA apartment complex here on St. Andrew's Place near Pico Boulevard. But what began as a cry for help from that woman being assaulted ended in tragedy here. The woman screamed for help, drawing the attention of a family driving by. The father stepped out to intervene, but the attacker pulled a gun, firing into the family's SUV before shooting that Good Samaritan. Moments later, he turned the weapon on the woman he had been assaulting. Video shows paramedics performing CPR on that woman here at the scene.
Dang, that's messed up. What do you do in that type of situation, bro? Like, what do? You see a woman that's getting assaulted. This is a real question. This is a reasonable question. You see a woman that's getting assaulted. You're riding by with your family, right? What do you do? What do you do? What do you do? Because it doesn't even mean that they know each other. You don't know if they know it. You don't know nothing. All you see is a woman that's being assaulted. What do you do? Of course, you call the police. But I'm going to be honest with you. Our natural instincts as a person, as a man, is just to jump in. Oh my God, I can't believe it. We actually have been programmed by women, believe it or not. We have been programmed by women to not intervene because y'all have told us, y'all have sued us. You know, we see the black community, depending on if it's black or white, you got to make an assessment of the race of the person. Because if you're a white man and you see a black couple going into it and you grab that black man and you kill him, you might be on trial for manslaughter because they're going to say you didn't have to kill him and all of this stuff. Society, the culture, everybody have been programmed to have to rethink your decision of what our natural instinct is when we see something like this happening, because of the way that we've tried to overcorrect the things that happened inside of the culture from the previous years. Honestly, my natural instinct is, oh man, I can't believe it. Oh God, you know. But I've trained myself. Wait a minute. You know, we not appreciated. We've seen too many guys suffer. We've seen too many people die. We've seen somebody intervene in a domestic violence situation and he wound up getting beat up or something like that, or he crashed out and then she still stay with the guy. You said call the cops and leave. No. You can't leave, bro. You can't leave. You listen, I'm not telling y'all to intervene, but what I am saying is you got to call the cops, and at the very least, you got to at least make sure that the cops get there. Damn. This is a hard situation, honestly. This is a hard situation. It's a very difficult thing to put together, honestly.
She was rushed to the hospital but did not survive. The father was also transported with a gunshot wound but remains in stable condition, according to the last update that we received. A bullet hole is still visible in the side of that white SUV belonging to the victims. The suspect again fled and was later pronounced dead on this scene after officers say he committed suicide right here on St. Andrew's Place. Back out here live again, the LAPD remains on the scene. The investigation into all of this continues at this hour. That is the latest for now here live from LA's Harvard Heights neighborhood. I'm Omar Lewis. We'll send it back to you.
Oh, see, yep, it's the hand on it's the hand. He put his hands on his hips. It's that hand on the hips, doing too many questionable
Live
things.
from LA's Harvard Heights neighborhood. I'm Omar Lewis. We'll send it back to you in Hollywood.
Yep, it's the hand on the hips, the sticking your. It's that. It's all of that, bro. It's the movements. Kicking
LA's
your chest
Harvard
up,
Heights
your chest.
neighborhood. I'm Omar Lewis. We'll send it back to you in Hollywood.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. You can't avoid that. You can't avoid that. But it is a situation. Honestly, it is a situation. I don't know how you handle that. I don't know what you do with that situation. He got a bad hip. From what? Ah.